Okay, part 12 of Nancy Drew. Stay tuned for danger. We're gonna head out to the studio. We just got done disabling a bomb, talking to the producer and our friends. We have the code to get into the side entrance, and I'll show you where that side entrance is right now. Let's head out to the studio.
Taxi!
Where can I take you today, miss?
1999 Broadway, please.
Okay, so let's go check out the side entrance. This is the side entrance.
It's locked.
It's locked. This is where you can put in your key if you want to go through the side entrance. And we will do that at another time. But first, let's go into the main entrance.
Can I help you?
Hello, here's my pass.
Hello, Ms. Drew. Thank you. You may proceed.
Okay, let's talk to everybody. This is the time we need to talk to everyone. This right here is very vital that you do this.
Well. I see our local hero has shown up for work. Not only can she waste everyone's time with prying questions, but she can find the time to save Rick from being blown to smithereens.
Well, I'll let you get back to your business.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we talked to the director. She doesn't really care that I saved Rick's life. She's actually kind of sounds like she's upset about it. And did you notice the word she used? Smithereens? Wasn't that on the tape recorder? Hello, Rick. There's an explosive that will blow you to smithereens. That's what it said, did it not? I don't know. Is everything starting to point to the director? Not quite. But we shall see. We shall see indeed. Alright, let's go talk to the prop master.
It's open! Why, hello! I hear you've become quite the celebrity, saving Rory Dunner from those diabolical traps set by that cold-blooded scoundrel Yuri. Thank goodness you had my wire cutters, else you would have been blown all the way to Bakersfield.
Don't you mean Rick Arlen? And who is Yuri?
No, I mean Rory Danner, young lady. Yuri is Rory's evil twin. He's always trying to bump off Rory. With his brother out of the way, Yuri thinks he'll have a clear shot at Serena. I've been trying to help him ever since Rory showed up in Jackson's Wharf. That Rory Danner needs to be taught a lesson.
I should get back to the set. Goodbye.
Don't take any wooden nickels, young lady.
Okay, she's crazy. She's a crazy lady. She thinks that this whole thing was set up by Yuri, the evil twin that plays in the show. Rory's evil twin, Yuri. Yeah, she's a crazy lady. I mean, does she have motive for wanting to do this? She has the access to the prop room. The typewriter's right there. Things that are missing, she could most definitely, get access to that stuff and then keep that stuff. And then, so is it her? We don't really have much of a motive and we lack a lot of evidence. So let's go talk to Mattie.
It's open. Oh, Nancy, I'm so glad that you're okay. Everyone's been talking about that bomb scare. Rick's still shrugging it off, but I can tell he's upset about it.
Well, I'll see you later, Mattie.
Break a leg.
After, we kind of talked to Mattie, the conversations are real short, brief, and, there's nothing really more you can get from her, but it's still good to go talk to her every single time, okay? Make sure you do that.
Entrez-vous. My hero, Nancy Drew. You know, according to ancient tradition, if someone saves your life, you should serve them for the rest of your life. So, what can I do for you, young lady? Your wish is my command.
I'm really not that young. Not like
Yeah, right. Well, you can tell me if you've noticed any suspicious characters around your dressing room lately.
Yes, I have. They're named Agent Harris, Officer Jostowitz, and Detective Bonnet. It appears I've been quite a celebrity with the local authorities. Hey, I hear Detective Beach is looking for a new star. Do you think I should do some research with my new friends to land the part?
What is the story with the prop master?
Old Millie Strathorn, heir to the worldwide broadcasting fortune. She's great, except for the fact that she's never liked me. She thinks I'm too big for my britches, and that I wouldn't know a good thing if it came up to me and stuck its finger in my nose.
Can I ask your advice? Dwayne Powers is my agent. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Dwayne's a loser, babe. Don't tell me he's representing you.
Is that so bad? He represents Mattie.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Mattie hangs on to Dwayne like my Aunt Mimi hangs on to cats and old newspapers.
Listen, I gotta go, Rick. Be careful, okay?
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Okay, so Rick is like super nonchalant. He's like, oh, my hero, you know? And like, if I was him and this happened to me, I would like, one, I don't think I'd even walk back into that freaking room. Okay, so publicity stunt right now to me is like leaning more towards that. He's just not freaking out about it, you know? And if I wanted someone to stop looking into the case, I would. Oh, maybe I don't know if I would, but maybe I would put a bomb there. Maybe. So yeah, is it Rick? The evidence is still not there, but his attitude about the whole thing is really showing through. So it's very weird. Okay. But we are done with the set. So basically, after you watch that tape and you come back, you disarm the bomb, then you end up going back to the apartment, you take those calls. You have to go back to the set to talk to everybody. If you miss this part, you won't be able to go back, and you will, playing on Master at least, you will not be able to move forward into the game. So you might be able to find everything, have your conclusion, you know who did it, but you won't be able to finish the game because you missed this part. So just remember that after you disable the bomb, after you talk to whoever you're talking to on the phone at Mattie's apartment, you need to head back to the studio and talk to everyone again. Then you can press forward. So now that we're done with that, let's head back to the apartment.
Hey, taxi!
Where to, lady?
7226 Lexington Avenue, please.
On my way!
Okay, so before we do anything else, we're gonna call Mr. Powers and tell him what's been going on? And do you guys remember his number? If you don't remember his number, it's on the map. So you can leave the apartment, write it down real quick, and then come back. But it's 555-2900.
Powers Agency. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Powers. It's Nancy Drew.
Ah, Ms. Drew. Mattie told me all about the bomb you defused. What a stroke of luck you were passing by. With Rick's dressing room right next to Mattie's, she could have gotten killed.
I think Rick was in more danger than Mattie.
It's clear to me that he's setting this whole thing up to generate publicity for his grand entrance into the film world. My only fear is that some poor bystander like Mattie will get hurt.
That's a pretty harsh statement.
Show business is a very harsh world, Ms. Drew. Look at me. I've studied every aspect of acting, the classics, dialects, stage combat, everything. I was underrated and underappreciated, but brilliant. And yet a phony like Rick Arlen is a success, and here I am, A talent agent. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I still harbor regrets about not pursuing my acting career further. My only point is that Rick has every reason to fake these so-called threats against himself. He has yet to suffer any harm from them, but the publicity and attention has served him well.
Have you met the prop master at Worldwide? She seems rather strange.
Yes, I've met Millie once or twice. She's very eccentric. Actually owns a studio, but chooses to stay locked up in that prop room of hers. Rumor has it that she's trying to write Rick Arlen out of the show.
I'm afraid that I'm not making a very good impression on Lillian. She doesn't seem to like me very much.
I don't see why she would. Lillian is very professional, though I think she doesn't care for Mattie very much.
Why doesn't she like Mattie?
I'm not sure, but without a doubt it has something to do with Rick. He enjoys creating trouble.
How does he enjoy creating trouble?
When I worked with Rick at the Belfry, he was always playing off of people's weaknesses, starting rumors and fights. He always seemed to prey on the most gullible people.
Do you know how I can get into the control room at the studio?
Are you interested in stage managing? I'd be happy to talk to you about this subject. I used to be quite a whiz at it myself. Lillian has the entrance code, but I see no reason why you'd need to get up there.
Can I get a pass that lets me get into the studio during the night?
Not unless Lillian is shooting a scene at night. That entry code is confidential, for obvious reasons. If you ever have a valid reason for getting in, I could, of course, give you the code.
What do you make of these threats against Rick? Mattie's very concerned about them.
I don't believe them. Rick was always known for his odd sense of humor and practical jokes. Unfortunately, Mattie always fell for them, just like she's doing now.
The producer seems pretty upset lately. He's always yelling.
Oh, he's just blowing off steam. Rick's recent threats about leaving the show have put an undue amount of pressure on him. Upper management seems to fear that the ratings will fall if Rick leaves. Although I really can't picture that, since Mattie is the real star of Light of Our Love.
Well, I should get back to the set. Thanks for your help.
It was a pleasure to be of service. Good day, Miss Drew.
Okay, it's very important that you talk to Mr. Powers after this, basically to get all those questions and kind of get his opinion on things. I don't know if you've noticed, but he doesn't like Rick. Someone who doesn't like Rick sending death threats, there's motive, okay? Rick left his agency, so maybe he's upset about that. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and try to phone Bess again.
This is Bess.
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Nancy, tell me everything. Did you get Rick's autograph for me? He's so gorgeous. It must be so exciting to be on the set with all those stars. George filled me in on everything that's happened, so tell me who the suspects are. I can't believe someone would do this to Rick.
You know, it just might be Rick who's behind these threats.
No way, Nancy. Why would he send death threats to himself? Get real.
It could be a publicity stunt.
I know Rick has a reputation for being a practical joker, but I'd think he'd get enough publicity by just being cute. So, who are the other suspects?
Let's see. There's this odd woman who's the prop master.
That must be Millie Strathhorn. Did you know she owns the entire network and it's worth millions? She's a total cat lover. I heard she treats her cats like royalty. So, who are the other suspects?
Mattie is really nice, but I can't rule her out.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be weird if Mattie was behind it all? What if Mattie really had a secret motive to get rid of Rick? Like Marlene on Crimson Cove last year.
I don't think so, Bess. Real life isn't a soap opera, you know.
So, who are the other suspects?
The producer doesn't exactly like Rick, but I've yet to meet him in person.
Who's the producer now? Is it William Pappas? Worldwide just hired him like 6 months ago to improve their ratings. Crimson Cove is really beating Light of Our Love.
There's the director, Lillian Weiss, who's not a very happy camper.
Oh yeah, Chatter Magazine had a whole spread on their breakup at some elegant restaurant. She dumped a whole pitcher of water on Rick's head.
Lillian and Rick dated?
Mm-hmm. I think they started dating once he got onto the show. They'd always show up at these Hollywood premieres together. Okay, I'll be off in a minute. Nancy, I gotta go soon. So who else have you met?
My agent, Dwayne Powers, is pretty cool, but let's just say he's not one of Rick's #1 fans.
Never heard of him. It's so funny to hear you say my agent. So how did you hook up with him?
Really? I thought you would have heard of him.
I'm not that much of a fan, but I know about most of the major agencies soap operas use, and I've never heard of any Dwayne Powers. Okay, Mom, I'll be right down. Nancy, I gotta go. Give me a call later if you need some help, okay? Bye.
Okay, so it's really good to talk to Bess. She gives you a lot of information. Basically, she hasn't heard of Dwayne, an agency. Kind of weird. We find out that Lillian dated Rick. So now we have more of a motive that maybe Lillian is the one that's doing this. However, we don't have any evidence. Alright, so that was long. That concludes our part 12 of Nancy Drew. Stay tuned for Danger. We went back to the studio. We talked to everybody. That's gonna be priority. We have to come back, talk to Dwayne Powers, and then see if there's anyone else that you can talk to again. Let's see. It looks like it's dark outside. Yes, it is. So it's nighttime. Now that it's nighttime and I have a code to get into the side entrance, that's what we're going to do next. So part 13, we're going in at night. See if we can find any clues that can help us determine who is doing this. And if you like this video, comment, share, like, and I don't know, give us some interaction. Okay? Bye. I'll see you at part 13.